Hey everybody. So today we're going to talk about how to use Launch-GPT, my new custom GPT, on how to generate your Facebook ads for a live campaign, a pre-launch, launch day reveal, ending soon, post-campaign, and I'm going to be adding more templates as we go along and develop this tool. Um, but so uh, I'm going to be able to do this for you very quickly. So let's run through this campaign that I've been working with. They just launched, and they're coming to me to set up their ads after launching. So what we're going to do is just quickly plug in their campaign page into the quick wizard here to generate them a regular live campaign ads. So let's get started here. We're going to copy their entire Indiegogo page here and just plug it in under describe your product and then press generate now. And so now it just plugged in all that information and it's going to generate some ads relatively quickly for us. Now this is based on Kickstarter, so we're going to switch this around to Indiegogo as we go along. But you can see here that it generated us various headlines, the ad description, and the various primary texts. So let's go ahead and start plugging that in. Before we begin, this is a live campaign that just went live, so we're going to need to set up special retargeting audiences. So I'm going to go over to the audience dashboard here, then press create audience. I'm going to create a custom audience based on the website pixel. And then we grab the pixel, all website visitors. Yeah, let's shove in all 180 days in there. And let's call this page visit 180 day. Let's create that. And I'm also going to create a 3% lookalike for United States based on that. And then I'm going to create a new one. Let's capture their leads. Once again, 180 day, and let's call this leads 180 day. Let's also create a 1% lookalike on that United States. Create that. Okay, and now that we're in here, let's create one more audience. Let's see, we did page visits. We need ad engagement. So let's see if we can measured. There we go. And I'm going to use account center accounts who engage with any post or ad. I've had best luck with this. Once again, let's set to 180 day. Let's call it ad engage Facebook 180 day. And then let's create a new audience. One last thing we can do is I want to check and see if they had a video running during their pre-launch campaign. So let's check for that. Yes, they did. So let's set up a video view. So I'm going to choose a custom audience source, and this time I'm going to set it to video. Press next, and at least 3 seconds of his video. So let's pull that up. Measured. And let's select these, the big kahunas. Let's see, we got another one that's decently sized. So let's confirm. And let's call this video view 365 day. Zoom back in there. Press done. Okay. I think this is the most I can do with retargeting for this client. So let's move forward and go back to the ads dashboard under campaigns. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new campaign. So I'm going to press create. And because the campaign is live, we're going to do a sales campaign. We're going to select manual sales campaign for manual setup. Okay, let's hop in. This is going to be called Live Indiegogo and Sales. We're going to turn off the catalog right there. You saw that. Catalog ads, turn that off. Now we're going to go to the next one And this is just going to be US tech hubs. This was their main audience. And so website, let's double check this is the right pixel, 5003. Let's go to their campaign page and refresh. Let's double check with the Meta Pixel Helper plugin for Chrome. And yes, 5003 is all loaded up and working. So now the conversion event we want optimized for is purchases. And let's scroll down further. We're going to start this off at like $100. Just to be sure, though, let's see what their best performing daily budget was during pre-launch. So how much were they spending per day, like right beforehand? Spending $160 per day. So let's match that. Let's put this down at a budget of $160 per day. And then start date is now correct. And let's switch to original audience. Use original audience. And then we're going to use a saved audience of the tech pubs. All right, that all looks good here. Let's just, instead of dealing with an error, let's set that up into the future. And we're good to go. Okay, so moving on to the ad here on the left tree here. Now we're going to start loading in the images. So image, let's look here in our image folder. Let's start off with the lifestyle. Scrolling down, no catalog, nope. Okay, add in an image under media. Let's drop in the lifestyle photo. Press next. Let's go with the original. This one we can maybe do with that cropping. Press next. And let's turn off 3D animation. Overlays is fine. We don't have a catalog. And this is all good. Okay, so let's drop that in. Now let's go back to our thingy here and let's start plugging in these templates. So number one, we can close out the audiences. So number one, let's plug in the headlines. We're going to make 5 options here. Wait, did that, oh, it is this, okay, oops. And then back now on Indiegogo. Let's say a pre-order for this guy. And is Indiegogo, okay. Sure. And then pre-order now and save how much off retail? You can get up to 35%, it looks like. 35%. And we want one more, so did I yeah, Indiegogo. Yeah, and what is the hook? Let's give ourselves some more hooks here. So I want I'm going to go add image captions and let's generate some new hooks. So let's go with a promise hook and see what it kicks out. I want some new headlines. Yeah, barista level coffee and cocktail precision. That's awesome. Let's go with that. Let's get some capitals in there. Nice. Okay, now let's go back up there to the description. Let's use this one, seen action on Indiegogo. And then let's start plugging in these primary texts. We need 5 options over here as well. However, I think it only generated 3, so let's just work with the 3 that we have. And this now on Indiegogo. And scrolling down, Indiegogo. It's going to be early bird pricing. And let's put coffee emoji there too. That seems like the right choice. And let's copy this one over on Indiegogo. And, ooh, you know what that means? Haha. Let's throw the coffee one over here to give it no calibration required. Okay, and then one last one. Plug this in. 35% off retail. And then pre-order now on Indiegogo. All right, so now you see how Facebook set up this AI text generation? This will just overwrite everything we just did over there. So let's not do that and uncheck box that. Thanks. Yeah, why am I unselecting it? Because you know, something else. I don't want it auto selected. Thank you. And then this is already turned off, looking good. And then we're going to change the call to action button to order now. Okay, so, and then one last thing here, we got to plug in the website URL. Let's verify that that works by pressing preview. Worked just fine. All right. And so now one ad is fully set up. All we need to do is duplicate. So the next one up is the product. So let's call this image/product. Scroll down. All we need to do is trash can remove the current media, and then let's plug in the new one. And we're going to do this with each and every one, essentially. And I will fast forward probably to make this simpler. Okay, now that we have the whole thing set up, now we're going to start. We have one ad set set up, so now we're going to start on the rest of the ad sets, and we're going to do that in the same manner by duplicating what we already created. And in this case, we're going to start off. Let's do the lookalike. 1% leads USA. So let's start off with this one, and let's set the budget a little bit lower because we don't know how this one's going to perform. So in this case, we are going to switch back to original audience, and then set the custom audience here to leads. And the location we can remove. But the age range, let's tighten that up a bit to like 25 to 54. And let's make sure, let's do the English filter on this one. Okay, and then we're going to duplicate again, once again. And this one we're going to call 3% page visit. And once again, we are going to keep this budget like $50 because we don't know, once again, how it's going to perform. So let's add in the other lookalike here. And now let's start setting up the retargeting by duplicating again. And we're going to call this retarget page visit. And we're going to add a marker there called start because 2 active rules. So let's remove these rules. Oh, these are bad. Delete rule. And delete that rule. Thank you. All right. Yeah. If you see that, delete those rules. They're going to mess up your ads and just start doing stuff without your approval. But anyway, so we're doing a page visit start, and we only want this to last for the early bird. And so their early bird runs out in 48 hours. So let's call that midnight, essentially, in 48 hours. So, and then we're going to set this to a lifetime budget. And we're going to calculate how many page visits, how big this audience is. Now, you might be able to tell once the audiences are done populating after you create them. But you can see here availability, it's not done populating yet. So I'm not going to be able to get that information that way. The other way I can go about doing it is simply looking at the maximum here and looking at the raw clicks. Link clicks. So there's about 12,000 plus of them. So we're going to do a quick calculation here and take 12,000 people, and we want to put a penny on each of them. So we're going to want to spend about 120 bucks over the next 2 days. And then, so let's duplicate that again. And now we're going to call this one leads. And we're going to do the same thing here. Oops, I forgot to swap out the audience. So we're going to go back to page visit. I screwed up. I'm sorry. And we're going to insert a page visit here. Okay. And then we're going to uncheck mark advantage custom audience. Everything else looks good. Let's unhook the age range. So we for sure get everybody that we're retargeting. Everything else here looks good. So in order to save myself time, let's delete that one and regenerate it. Okay, so let's duplicate again. Sorry for that. And now this one we're going to call leads. Okay. Go down to audiences and let's replace this with leads. And let's make sure the size of this. So I think I caught there was 2,000 and some email leads. There's probably some missing from this. So probably like 3,000, 3,500. So on these leads, let's get out of that audiences. On the leads retargeting, we have, let's say 3,500 people. And we're trying to set the budget here. Here it is, the budget. Okay, it's lifetime. So 3,500. And we want to put like, let's put 5 cents on each of these people. Okay, because they're mixed in with VIPs here. So let's say 175 bucks. Or let's 180. Let's round up there on that one. And then you know what, let's, yeah, okay, and then I'm going to duplicate again. Okay, so what retarget audiences do we still have this set up? Video view, ad engage. Let's do ad engage next. Now, ad engagement, let's try to elucidate that one from the metrics. So if we go down to engagement, we should get a decent figure. So 100,000, huh? Where'd it go? Retargeting. Ah, I didn't rename it. Ad engage. We're going to put like a penny on each of these people too. So like, or even less, 100,000 times a penny, probably be $1,000, right? But we don't need to hit these people 4 times. If anything, I'm going to put $200 down on these people and hit them all at least once. These numbers I'm using in these calculators is attempting to hit them about 4 times. And so if we tune this down a bit, we should get to where we want to go. And then the next one that I saw in there is the video views. So let's do that. But we're going to do this one a little special. It's going to be called video view plus expansion. Okay? And so for this one, yes, we're going to do a video view. But I'm going to leave this checked on, advantage to reach beyond. So what this is going to do is it's going to essentially turn this into a lookalike audience where it, it expands beyond and uses this data who viewed the video as your ideal targets. But we want to tighten up the age range on this because it is going to seek outside our retargeting. And let's also make sure they're English speakers just in case. And then this is all looking good. Let's set it to the United States once again, so it doesn't go outside our bounds. And all right. Now this one should not be a lifetime budget. It's a daily budget without an end date. And let's set this one also to since we got a decent amount of video views already, it was about 100,000. Let's put in $200 and we'll turn this down over time, down to $40 or $50 a day. In the meantime, okay, so we have our cold audience, our lookalikes, the retargets, and then the video view all set up, and I believe we're all good to go here. Let's double check the budget. Let's go back to the original setup here, and the current budget is set to about 200. Okay, and I'll send this over to the client. I'm going to publish this in the meantime and call it a day. So then as the live campaign goes on, we will, usually I let this roll as though for the first 48 hours until the early bird runs out. And then you'll see, how the baseline goes. But at this point, usually it's hard to lose, and it's just going to set the momentum for the remainder of the campaign so that even if it is rocky now, during the remainder of the campaign, if it's rocky, now is the best time to spend money on ads. So if you're going to do something, you might as well try it now. And so we're going to go with a splash here on this product. And then essentially after the 48 hours runs out, we turn it down. We start stepping it down, and we try to keep basically a 5 times return on ad spend between what we're spending on daily budgets and what we're actually raising. There's a lot of lost tracking on Kickstarter and Indiegogo where there's private sharing into groups, messaging and all this stuff and organics, right? The actual charting and stuff that's also driven by the conversion rates of your ads and all the other activities you do. And so it all comes together, and it's better to, looking at the ad results on the dashboard is important, but it's also important to consider what the total daily raise is, because you'll probably find, as many clients do, when you turn off these ads, your results on the actual total daily raise um, is going to go a lot lower than you expected based upon what Facebook was telling you. The estimates, that you're getting here, it's usually doing about 3 times as much as Facebook is saying, or your Indiegogo or Kickstarter dashboard analytics are saying. Um, and you can put that to the test. If you really want to try it, just cut your ads for a day and see what the baseline is. And you will probably be astounded that, Facebook was telling you only you're getting $1,000, $2,000 a day from your ads, but when you turned it off, you lost more than $5,000 a day. And every creator at that point, they're like, holy crap. And then they just tell me to turn back on the ads. But they need to see it for themselves to understand that there's a lot missing from the picture. In any case, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to publish these ads. I hope you learned something. And if you need help with anything, please join us on our Discord server for Prelaunch Club. I'm happy to help you there. You can also book a meeting with me on my website, whether you go to higher services or the VIP club. Like I say, you can join on Discord or book a meeting with any of our excellent independent partners here. All right, take care, and catch you on the other side.